The Pax, Episode 2, The Worst Day of Book's Life, written by Aidyn Wolf, 2023. Epilogue, Leaving Them Behind. You're walking around your cave as you organize herbs and medicines into the right places while whistling a tune. Suddenly, Rusty enters the cave. "Oh, hello. It's good to see you." You welcome your friend, and you see his bleeding paw. "That wasn't her again, right?" you ask, feeling worried. No. She stopped talking to me after, well, you know. Anyway, you mind taking a look at this?" "Of course, Rusty. Take a seat over there." Rusty sat down, holding his paw out as you walk over with some herbs. "So, how did this happen?" Rusty blushed. "Oh, it was nothing. I just fell is all. Just hurry this up. I'm worried in case we miss this meeting." "Do we have to go? It's so stupid. I don't want to listen to my mum talk about how we are the best clan in the forest again." "Yeah, me either, but you know what happened last time we didn't show up." You press the berries into the cut and wrap a bandage around the paw. "Okay, let's get this over with," you say. When you both make it to the clearing, you see that the meeting had already started. Once you push your way to the front of the audience, you look up to see your mother, as she notices you both and gives you a stare that made your fur feel cold. "It's nice to see my son and his friend have shown up this time." Wolves in the background start laughing as you look down in embarrassment. Rusty puts his paws around you in comfort. Later that night after the meeting, you slowly walk into your family's cave and hear a yell coming from inside. "Mummy?" Your eyes close with the sounds of screaming and crying. But when they open, you're running to a tree at the outskirts of the clan's territory, tears in your eyes filled with terror. You look back to see Rusty talking to some friends. You know if you leave, you can't let your emotions drag you back to danger. You have to leave them behind too, just like everything and everyone else. You run into the night. It's the only way to stay alive. As you run into the night, you try to go inside your own head, thinking of anything else but reality. Escape. Chapter 1. Like a Scared Puppy. Aidyn wakes up from their daydream to find himself walking with Amanda, who traveled from the Wild Eyes camp, accompanied by their newfound acquaintance. As they entered the pack clearing, the clan members' ears perked up and their eyes glimmered. The wolf walked with a limp. Its fur was rough, hard, and covered in the dark matted blood of their old packmates. The other wolves stood aside, forming a path leading up to the Alpha's cave with Nada Wolf and their beta, Book, standing outside in anticipation of their arrival. Nada Wolf gave the newcomer direct eye contact as they walked up to the clearing. The newcomer flinched at Nada Wolf's stare and looked down at the ground, shaking. "Oh, who's this newcomer? I always love meeting new wolves that just wander into my house," Nada Wolf yelled in excitement, looking down at Aidyn and Amanda. "This is..." Before Aidyn could finish, the white wolf scrambled to his feet and started to speak directly to the Alpha. "I'm Randy. I was the beta of the Wide Eyes before it was attacked by what we call demons. I'm the only survivor left that I know of, and I'm looking for any help I can get to survive. I was hiding out with the campgrounds in case those demons came back, then your two wolves found me. I would have been dead without their help. I'm forever grateful." Randy then looked back at Aidyn and Amanda. "Wait, only survivor? What happened to that Doberman, Aidyn?" Nada Wolf questioned, their gaze shifting to Aidyn. "Dead. But that's not important anyway. Can I just go back to my den now?" Aidyn then met Book's furious stare. Of course. You both go and relax, and I'll be looking after our new family member. Follow me. Let's get you some grub and a rub. Wait, no. Excuse me, what? You're not thinking straight again, Alpha. We could never afford to have another mouth to feed. And what, you're just going to let that Doberman's death slide? What are you thinking? Screamed Book. She was becoming so filled with rage that she was foaming at the mouth. Not a wolf turned to Book. Are you questioning my judgment again, Book? If you have a better idea, we can talk about it, Not a Wolf asked. Of course not. I'm just worried that... Not a Wolf interrupted. Then it's settled. Welcome to our pack, Randy. Now follow me. I'll take you to our food supplies. The two wolves walked off as Book gave them a distrusting stare. Well, if this bitching match is over, I'm heading back to my cave. Don't follow me, Aidyn barked as he turned to walk away. Whatever. It's not like anyone would want to, Book spat back. As Aidyn started to walk off, Amanda tried to follow him but was suddenly smacked in the face with a big bushy tail that stopped her from moving. It was Evelyn. Why do you feel the need to follow him? From what I have seen and heard, Aidyn does not appreciate your company very often. Why not spend the day with me instead? We could catch up. Evelyn's voice was calm and smooth, almost hypnotizing. Amanda always loved Evelyn's welcoming and calm presence. She was the camp medic and therapist for the traumatized wolves after a long battle. She placed her paw on Amanda's shoulder. Come along on, she woofed. Aidyn had made it back to his den to find a slim female Doberman cleaning around the entrance. Once she had noticed him, she stopped and gave Aidyn a menacing look. Oh my, what a dirty wolf you must be, living in these kinds of conditions. It's a real shame indeed. If our leader found out we had a slob living among us, he might have to kick you out. We don't want our pack's reputation to be tainted by laziness after all. And what would that make it now? 2 packs that you've been kicked out of? That has to be a new record, Aidyn. The Doberman snickered to herself. All right, look, I'm not in the mood for your shit today, Holly, Aidyn grumbled. No? Well, I'm here now just to visit you. How fun. Aidyn looked Holly up and down and jumped toward her face to face. I said I'm not in a mood for your shit today. Now would you kindly fuck off? The Doberman stepped back with fear in her eyes. Even now she was trying her best to hide it. Well, fuck you too, she spoke slowly, as if she was biting her tongue, then walked away. Aidyn then stepped into the cave and pulled the moss over the entrance. Once Aidyn knew he was alone and unseen, he slowly ambled over to his nest's side. Then, like he could not hold it back anymore, started crying slowly, covering his face with his paws and laying down in his moss-covered bed, with his ears down and their tail wrapped about their body like a scared puppy. Welcome to The Pax, Episode 2, written and produced by Aidyn Wolf, Nathan Marsh, and Roman Salvador Lavetta. Audiobook and narration by myself, Brad G., of thevoiceofbrad.com. Link below. If you want to help with the production of The Pax, we're always looking for voice actors, animators, and audio editors. So join the crew Discord server now. Link is also below. Now, enjoy the episode. Chapter 2, Family of Librarians. Aidyn then felt something jab into their side. What the? They looked down to see a rock with a leaf stuck to it. It's a note from the Not-a-Wolf. Greetings, Aidyn. After your amazing help with last night's delivery, I invited you to come to a meeting this evening. It might help you to get out for a bit. Lots of love, Not-a-Wolf. Aidyn looked at the note, feeling a little happiness for a second, then changed to anger, as he was not bothered to go to this stupid meeting. Then Aidyn saw a shadow of someone pushing through the door of moss. Aidyn was confused. The shadow was not belonging to a wolf. It looked more like the outline of a beaver or something. Aidyn blinked and rubbed his eyes. The shadow had changed back to a wolf's outline. Then, not a wolf slowly pushed the moss aside to enter. "Hey, bud, it's time to go to the meeting. You okay?" "Were you crying? Your eyes are like super red." Aidyn got in a defensive stance and looked at the ground. "Yeah, I'm fine. And I was not crying. My eyes must have been dry or something, I don't know." Not a wolf felt sympathetic. "I'm sorry, my friend. I never meant to upset you, and I'm sorry for bothering you with this meeting. I'm just worried about you. I do really think getting some fresh air might clear that head of yours." I'm sorry. Is all you do apologize for everything, Not a Wolf?" A bitter and belittling voice came from the entrance of the cave. It was Book, the leader's second in command. "Oh, Book, it's great to see you," Not a Wolf said with a fearful growl. "Right. We need to get going. You're not bringing Aidyn with us, are you?" Book questioned. "Yeah, he is, actually. What, you got a problem, Book? What kind of name is Book, anyway, Aidyn and Book kept direct eye contact as Not a Wolf stood looking awkward in the middle. "It comes from a long family tree of wolf librarians tasked with keeping the—" Aidyn cut her off. "No, really, I don't care. I was fucking with you. Now let's get this shit done," Aidyn barked as Book looked down at the floor in anger. "Don't worry, pussycat. I do really want to hear about this family of librarians you talk about. Sounds funny as fuck." Aidyn and Not a Wolf walked past Book as she growled to herself. Not a Wolf turned back. "Oh, right. Yeah, you're not coming with us." Book gasped and looked filled with rage. "I'm not? But you're taking this sorry excuse of a wolf instead of your beta?" Book screamed. She was so filled with rage she was foaming at the mouth again, shaking as her eyes turned red with blood. "Well, to be honest, we do need someone in the pack with a good rank to protect our land, right, Book?" Not a Wolf did not give Book the time to respond. Then Aidyn and himself walked into the pack's boarding hedges, leaving the pack territory. Book stood watching them leave, filled with anger. Her tantrum was interrupted when she heard a voice coming from the trees to her left. "I must say, we respect the history of the forest's family of librarians, Book. The rabbit paws are calling you. It's just a hop and a skip away. What do you say?" The voice was old and croaky as Book slowly stepped forward, trying to find the source of the voice. "Hello? You are trespassing on the Pack Paw's territory. Show yourself now," Book yelled into the trees, but no one responded until a voice came from behind her blind spot. "Greetings, Book. It's a pleasure to speak with the future leader of the Back Paws." Book was left speechless as she gazed upon the trespasser. Chapter 3. Ashamed. Evelyn and Amanda walked into the medic's den. "Don't worry, we aren't staying here for long. I'm just getting food for our walk," Evelyn calmly pointed out. "Walk?" Amanda was taken aback by Evelyn's directness. "Indeed, a walk would be a great opportunity for you to feel open to talk to me about Aidyn and your relationship. Plus, it means there are not any pointing ears around to listen. Harry, we are leaving for a walk around our pack's borders. Are you okay staying alone with our new guest?" Deep inside the cave was Harry the hyena, tending to Randy's wounds. "Of course, Evelyn, anything for you," Harry happily responded when he noticed Amanda standing next to her. "Hello, Amanda. Sorry for annoying you and Aidyn the other day. Oh, I really can't help it sometimes. Sometimes it makes me feel ashamed." Amanda looked at Harry with sympathy. "Don't worry, Harry. It's all good. Aidyn was already in a bitchy mood beforehand anyway. Harry continued wrapping a bandage around Randy's back paw. Yeah, I have been trying to control my laughter. I just don't want to annoy any other wolf with my presence, but Evelyn told me that I shouldn't hide my real self from others, and that they can go Evelyn quickly interrupted him. Now, Harry, shouldn't you be paying full attention to your patient? Harry felt embarrassed. Yes, ma'am. Evelyn and Amanda both turned to walk out of the cave. See you later, Harry, yelled Amanda over her shoulder. Bye! Meanwhile, Aidyn and Not-a-Wolf were walking down a small pathway of stones with trees on either side. Aidyn then snapped out of their daydream and quickly made pace to catch up along Not-a-Wolf. So, who's going to be at this meeting exactly? Aidyn asked. Oh, right. I almost forgot to say. We're meeting up with the GreyLeaf. Aidyn looked surprised. The Cat Clan? I really don't think they're going to appreciate a bunch of dogs showing up out of the blue like this. Out of the blue? Do you really think I'm that incompetent, Aidyn? No, I already talked with their new leader, GreyLeaf, beforehand. She knows that we're coming. Their old leader, SharpClaw, had disappeared, and after the recent death of 2 wolf packs, the Waterpaws and the Wild Eyes, they are wanting to discuss their recent findings with me. Maybe try and figure out what's happening and who or what those demon things are that Randy spoke about. Not-a-Wolf bent down, sniffing the grass. Oh, we're close. Come on, happily barked Not-a-Wolf. Chapter 4. Jealousy. Evelyn and Amanda found themselves on the outskirts of the forest, walking into a wide-open field. So, tell me, how long have you been in love with Aidyn? Amanda jumped backwards. What? I'm not. Who told you that? Evelyn covered her mouth with her paw as she giggled. Oh, Amanda, since you were a puppy, you were always easier to read than a book. And our beta book, for that matter. Evelyn's mind wandered. Oh, sorry, my dear. Anyway, I did not get the right amount of sleep last moon, so I apologize if I'm a bit slower on my paws than normal. Now, about Aidyn. Amanda lay down on her belly, placing her head on her paws. I had never thought of Aidyn in that way, Amanda protested. And now that you are, you're starting to understand why you deal with Aidyn's bullying of your character and his overall toxic attitude, Evelyn said. Maybe you could be right. Is this why I put up with Aidyn's bullying? Amanda said to herself, deep in thought. Aidyn has a big change coming, barked Evelyn, breaking Amanda from her thoughts. A change? Echoed Amanda. I can see Aidyn having a big change of heart when something or someone of great weakness enters into his life for protection. First, he won't want to change. He'll see their presence as nothing more than a threat to his own safety. But for her, he will come around. Her? The words repeated inside Amanda's head. Was this jealousy she was feeling? Chapter 5. Do your cat doctor thing. Outside the GreyLeaf's camp, Aidyn and Not-a-Wolf were watching the group of cats from afar, living their lives and working together to grow their community. It seemed peaceful, a lot like their wolf pack, Aidyn thought to himself. But there was a stress in the air, a chilling unease over the camp. Not-a-Wolf gave a signal, and the 2 wolves walked slowly into camp. One of the cats stood up to welcome them. It was thin, with silver fur that had a pattern of white and gray through it. When the other cats in the clan saw the 2 wolves, nervous speculation stared as cats crowded together and started muttering to each other. Now, welcome to our group, canines. I'm glad you found your way here safely, meowed GreyLeaf. Oh, of course. It's not hard to pick up a cat then, awkwardly laughed Not-a-Wolf as GreyLeaf looked on, not amused. Right. Anyway, we have a great amount to discuss with you. My medic here, FrostClaw, We'll take your friend to our visiting corner." GreyLeaf meowed, looking at Aidyn. "It's only for now, Aidyn. If you need me, I'll be in the leader's den," Not-a-Wolf whispered. Another cat joined them after being called over by GreyLeaf. "Fine. FrostClaw, is it? Where are you leading me?" Aidyn grudgingly asked. FrostClaw was a jet black thin cat, its paws and belly as white as snow. "Just over here," FrostClaw said with an overaching sadness. She led Aidyn over to a seating area outside a cave. "Just wait here. I have a lot of patients waiting for me, looking for my care, and I can't be two places at once. And I don't mean to disrespect such a big wolf like yourself. I'm just..." Aidyn sat down, maintaining eye contact with FrostClaw. "Go ahead and do your cat doctor thing. I don't care." FrostClaw could not hold back a giggle. "Okay, I'll go do my cat doctor thing. Holla if you need anything." FrostClaw then walked into the cave, leaving Aidyn alone outside. Meanwhile, in the leader's den. "Now, after some recent events in our forest, leading to the death of 2 wolf packs, we sent a few cats out. Well, Sharpclaw has decided to lead a patrol to see what was going on. He is yet to return, and in the meantime, I'm stepping in as leader, thanks to a lot of encouragement." GreyLeaf looked down with a smile. "Due to a lot of research, we were able to reach an understanding that the demons, as you call them, are those human things, or hunters. We believe Sharpclaw and the rest of the patrol witnessed the death of the Waterpaws. Although, as you know now, they never returned to give us back the intel." GreyLeaf meowed to Not-a-Wolf. "Hunters? Our forest has never had hunters before." Not-a-Wolf became overwhelmed. "Well, yeah, that's the problem. They think you're to blame. With all the evidence they have on the matter, why should they listen to us? Meow." Chapter 6. Responsibility. Back at the outskirts of the forest, Evelyn and Amanda lay on the grass watching the sky. "I don't know. Before Aidyn arrived, Father, as you know, passed away, and I guess when I saw that cold, scared, and shaking dog that ran into our camp, I knew he was someone I needed to focus on. I helped Aidyn recover from his family, and it almost made me feel like I had closure for my own." Amanda turned their head to look at Evelyn. "I know your father was not the best to you, Amanda. The whole pack were worried. Even Not-a-Wolf tried to step in and make Brooke see reason, but his heart was dark and cold towards you. Do you really miss them?" Amanda thought for a moment. "Yes, I think so. I believe they could have changed. Everyone can. They were always negative toward everything in the pack. I never wanted to give up on life as they did. I never wanted to become them." Evelyn looked back at Amanda. "Looks like it all comes back to Aidyn. Bettering him to better yourself and the closure you never got." They both watched the sky in deep thought. "Blaming us?" yelled Not-a-Wolf, looking shocked. "Why us?" No offense, Not-a-Wolf, but your pack is well known in the community to be the bottom of the forest rankings. You guys struggle for food and only survive by trading with us. Not gonna lie, there have been rumors going around that your pack was last seen inside the Wild Eyes territory just after they were killed. It wasn't long before they found the mangled corpse of a barely distinguishable Doberman. And on top of everything else, you're not a wolf. You're a fucking beaver." Not a Wolf stepped back in shock. What? You can see through my disguise? Oh, fucking course, Simon. Jesus, how could your pack not? GreyLeaf said slowly, losing composure. I roll in dog piss every day. It helps them think I'm one of them. Kind of messes with their sense and perception. I don't know, but please don't tell them. Not a Wolf begged. Fine. Look, don't worry. But Simon, sooner or later they will find out. God, I remember your dam being next to our old camp. You were always so different, meow, sneaking off to watch the wolves race through the forest. GreyLeaf meowed, looking thoughtful. Wait, how did you know that? Not a Wolf questioned. Because I was there with you. Chapter 7. Falling into Death's Sleep. Amanda and Evelyn slowly watched as the sun set over the hillside. Thank you, Evelyn. This talk means a lot. Evelyn looked Amanda up and down. Of course, you and Aidyn have always had a complicated relationship, so it's good to finally hear where you stand on it. What do you want to do now? Evelyn asked. Amanda stared into the sky for a few seconds. Love him. The two dogs stared up at the stars as if they could imagine they were walking among them. Suddenly, Evelyn heard a rustling from behind her. Before she could fully turn her head, the body of a large animal leaped on her back, making her jump, flipping the creature on its back. With a swift paw swipe, it was dead, and Evelyn stood over its body. Oh my God, Evelyn, are you okay? Amanda jumped up, asking. Yeah, it was just a badger, my dear. As Evelyn gasped for air, Amanda noticed a large scar across her eye and a big bite mark on her back leg, foaming over with a bubbly white liquid. Oh no, Evelyn, your leg, look! Evelyn turned to look at her injury, trying to hold back fear as she knew the seriousness of the situation. It's fine, dear. Don't worry, Evelyn tried to reassure Amanda. But Evelyn, what about rabies? You could... Evelyn cut her off. Don't worry, my dear. I know I'll be just fine. Aidyn was half asleep when a strange noise came from the woods. Looking around, there was a weird scent in the air. An unfamiliar figure stood next to a tree, balancing on two legs, pointing some kind of stick at him. Suddenly, a loud noise broke out, and something fast went flying past Aidyn's head, missing them by inches, hitting the rocks behind him, sending debris everywhere. Aidyn jumped up and hid behind the rocks as all the cats in the clan went into panic, running everywhere. Aidyn waited until there was a gap in the bangs before they made a run for it into a cave, hoping it was the one Not a Wolf was having his meeting in. Not a Wolf, we need to get out of here. The demons are here. Aidyn looked around to see the cave was empty when he heard a weird sound coming from a nest. It sounded like crying. Aidyn walked up slowly to the nest to find a she-cat lying down in the nest, bleeding from the head with one eye having dilated pupils and its back legs crushed. Who are you? Whimpered the weak cat, barely able to speak. Suddenly, a small kitten climbed out from her belly and looked up at Aidyn. Aidyn stood there, unable to move. FrostClaw, please, look after our kitten. It's the only good thing I have done in this world. Aidyn stood there speechless as the old cat's head fell down in death. As if it was instinct, Aidyn picked up the crying kitten and made a run for the exit, looking back at the lifeless body of the mother, unknowing the new responsibility that had just entered his life and how it would change him forever. The end. Epilogue. Survivors. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, a gray kitten was walking slowly, rubbing her irritated eyes vigorously. She then bumped into something furry ahead of her. She fell back and looked up to see Randy standing over her. "Hello, sir. Please, don't hurt me. My eyes are really sore." Randy looked down with a blank and uncaring expression. "Don't worry, my dear. You're safe now. We have got you." As Randy spoke, hunters came from the bushes behind him, but Randy did not seem scared at all, like he knew they were there the whole time. One of the humans walked over to Randy and started patting his head. "Good boy finding those cat dens." Randy's tail started wagging. After the human stepped back, Randy made eye contact with the kitten who was shaking out of fear. "You know, I'm currently on a super secret mission." The kitten looked up. "Really?" "Indeed. And I'm so glad I found you when I did. You remember that big bad wolf that spat that gross and nasty stuff in your eyes?" The kitten looked up in amazement. "Yeah, that's why my eyes are all sore, big meanie." Randy put his paw out to pat her back. I know. What a meanie. But what if I were to say, I know where he is? But for now, come with me, little one. You'll be safe and sound with us." On the other side of the forest, hugged around a small campfire, lay GreyLeaf and FrostClaw, soaked with pure grief and sadness. "You're all I have left, FrostClaw." GreyLeaf spoke with a dead tone. FrostClaw could only look down at the grass in grief. Then a small laugh came from GreyLeaf, making FrostClaw look up. You know, that's kind of funny, your name. It's still FrostClaw, an apprentice's name. You know, out of everything I was meant to do, I never got around to changing your name. Now, there's something funny about that. FrostClaw could see the sadness in GreyLeaf's eyes. FrostClaw, that's what I would have named you. Now, that works better. There was a long silence before FrostClaw spoke. "Thank you, sir." FrostClaw's story will continue.